and welcome to this special holiday edition of Mock the Week. We're halfway through the series, so we thought we'd show you some bits you won't have seen before, plus some of our favourite moments so far. We're back with a regular show next week. Hope you enjoy it. Hello and welcome to Mock the Week. I'm Dara Breen. Joining me this week are Andy Parsons, Rod Gilbert and Russell Howard, Frankie Boyle, Hugh Dennis. We have done that hundreds of times. We never clapped there.
I'm not the real Frankie Boyle.
That's the happiest you've ever looked at that section.
I can't believe you did it. He started a spontaneous round of applause. That was professional courtesy. Well done, the other thing. No, we genuinely have to do all that again.
It looked like you'd had some sort of ganja flashback. You're like, oh, happy days.
Where was Gordon Brown for the weekend?
Oh, he was in Italy for the G8.
He was indeed.
This is not to be confused with the G20, which is the group of 19 industrial nations and the EU, or the G45, which is a group of hypoallergenic countries.
It was fantastic to see Gordon Brown looking incredibly uncomfortable as he met Berlusconi. Berlusconi's sort of like an old-style fixer. You want pussy, Brown? You want some blow? You want blow? No, I'm just here to talk about trade. You want a boy? I get you a boy, Brown. I get you a girl. I get you a boy girl. 4 arms, 4 legs. It's like making love to a man spider. You want me to get rid of Cameron? I get rid of Cameron, Brown. I make it look like suicide, like he fell in love with the man spider. I turn in Spanish. That's how much I love you, Gordon Brown.
He's just moved to Morocco, is he? You're so right, though. He does. Berlusconi probably looks like one of those blokes you meet on a holiday. Just went, your wife.
No questions would be asked.
Yeah, but
just one night.
Just stuffing money into your hand. You, me, pedalo, her.
No, it would be good. Let me sleep with your wife. No, go away. And then you'd hear him walk away, and at the next table, let me sleep with your wife. No, go away. And that just went on further.
He's amazing. I mean, to be honest, Berlusconi really puts Brown into perspective. Because did you see when they had those horrific Italian earthquakes? Berlusconi said to the survivors, and I quote, "Hey, don't worry about it. Pretend you're on holiday."
The most shocking thing about that is finding out what a good impression I do of Silvio Berlusconi. Berlusconi is, like, terrifying. He looks like the sort of guy who, if you told him to go himself, he'd give it a try.
To offer a brief amount of fact to back this up, because you know where the G8 summit was held?
L'Aquila.
Laka laka squawka laka. I could never pronounce that word.
That's okay. It is a night of bad Italian impersonation, so we'll let you in. But he went, it's called L'Aquila. It's where the earthquake was, and he took them there. It's very symbolic and all that. But nonetheless, even that place, he visited at the time of the earthquake, and went up to one of the doctors, put his arm around it when she was dealing with the situation, and said, "I wouldn't mind being resuscitated by you." During the actual visit, they thought there was an aftershock during the visit, but it was just his headboard banging furiously up.
Can I just say in this photo, if you look at Nicolas Sarkozy there...
Yeah.
I'm just taking a break, man. I'm just taking a break to do this show. Brown just looks like his polygrip's come undone.
He swallowed his bottom lip.
It looks like the world's first conjoined quintuplets on their epic Everest climb.
Brown looks like he's got Hannibal Lecter's leather mask on. You couldn't Photoshop his face to look any weirder than that. That's how he actually looks.
Look at Angela Merkel's face. You look at then Gordon Brown's face, almost looks like he's been goosing her, and that's why she's pulling the face that she's pulling.
Wait a minute. What's goosing?
Goosing? You know what goosing is?
Oh. Well, it's basically when you play with their tatty bow jungles.
Nice intra-series reference there. No, goosing is more... it's like a goose would peck you, so it's basically honk.
All right. Have you had a goose fill them up, then? Is this a regular thing? Oh, hello, of course you have. Well...
I
was trying to smell boys' rooms and a goose came from behind me.
I was bitten in the testicles by a goose.
Well, hang on. Well,
So I'm not the only one?
Let's put the G8 to one
I had to
side.
pay quite a
Explain
lot
that, then.
for it.
What happened?
I was by a pond, My children were playing by the pond. They upset a goose. They ran away. I didn't notice. The goose bit me in the testicle. Really hard.
What do you do
Kids
afterwards?
love you, don't they?
It was very funny.
Did you get him back?
What, the goose?
Yeah.
Well, I'm not going to bite it in the testicle. How do you get a goose back? Cook it? What do you do?
I think he had his comeuppance, to be honest.
I think in the long run, you probably win.
In the long run, what with being human...
I'd have turned that
By outliving the
All
goose.
that kind of stuff.
When the goose is about to die, you turn up and go, "Hello, Mr. Goose, we meet again." Who is the winner now? The goose's head.
To be honest,
Bollocks,
I'd have turned him into a doorstop if he bit my nads. I'd stretch him and put him across the floor like that.
You just make everybody cry. if you
Nobody
did
bites
that.
my balls, Dora. Nobody bites my balls.
You and the Motley's gang
It's
would have
almost
sorted
like
them.
people weren't that interested in the G8. 5 minutes into the discussion, Hugh's talking about a goose and you're shouting, "Nobody bites my balls."
Why has Lord Mandelson been in the news this week?
He's building a Death Star.
There he is. Dun, 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 dun.
It's been suggested that he should take over as Labour leader because there's not enough evil. Not enough evil. We need a vampire at the helm, just projecting pure evil from his eyes in bolts. He always comes back. He comes back stronger. He's like Thrush or something. Now he's a lord. Who made him a lord? The Sith?
Good photograph for someone who looks slightly scary at the best of times. Feel free at home to draw a tiny moustache under his nose just to get the full effect of that photograph.
He's so reptilian. When that woman threw green slime in his face, I thought...
He's not actually going to prosecute the woman who threw green crust at him. And do you know the reason that he's not going to prosecute her?
Loves custard.
No. The reason is that apparently, right, Ruth Kelly, she got egged. She decided to prosecute the person who egged her, went along to court, and on her way to court to prosecute, she got egged again.
Which long of the two TV presenters announced plans to stand at the next election?
Esther Ranson.
It is, of course,
Esther Ranson, who, like young people, this would be quite surprising to because she looks quite frightening. And now we've got the days of Christine Bleakley's and people like that. And it's only good-looking people, ourselves accepted, who are allowed on television. Young people looking at Esther Ranson, if you told them that she used to be a big star on television, they would imagine that she was one of Doctor Who's enemies.
Do you think that
She looks like Pete Doherty's trying to swallow a piano there.
Does anyone know, by the way, do you know why she's wearing the hat? Why she's wearing that particular hat?
Because she's been horribly burnt.
No, not because she's been horribly.
because she's in a butcher's
She's
shop?
got Hitler's brain
because-
stitched in there.
No, not because
She's
it
a
really is.
Henley.
The real answer is much more prosaic.
She's got the head
now.
of Voldemort on the back.
It's none of those reasons. It's because Luton used to have a hat manufacturing industry.
Oh, that's why the football team's called the Hatters.
The Hatters, yeah, and so she's worn that, which seems really rude to go, remember these? You used to make these. You're unemployed now. This is made in China. Vote for me.
She said that top of her policies are she wants to look after vulnerable children and the mentally ill. And you're thinking that's hardly a vote winner, is it? Given that that's two sections of community who can't actually vote.
Remember That's Life? Because That's Life was sort of, it was a consumer show, but it was sort of like the One Show or something. And they used to have a brilliant thing where they do what the One Show does now. They jump between a really serious item and a light-hearted item. But you know, it just jumps now. She used to always segue, and she'd segue by changing camera. Right? So she'd have a thing where she would go in there. What a lovely little family of hedgehogs that is. I'll tell you one thing that you don't get in the hedgehog community, and that's date rape.
There was this bizarre, inexplicable show where they'd feature about families who lived in houses that were 90% damp, and the council would go, "Whoa, it rains a lot," and then there would a dog would say sausages.
What? That can't happen.
There was a dog. For weeks this ran. They'd have a dog in the
For
line go,
weeks?
And the entire nation... Again, just make a point. In Ireland, we used to watch this and go, what's wrong with the English? The entire country go, you know, that's the most amazing thing I've ever seen. As if it was an evolutionary leap. If they said sausages, soon we would have full conversations with the dog. Okay, I've made the sausage. What next? Oh, perhaps an egg.
They didn't say sausages by itself. There was a guy holding its jaws painfully. They were going...
And then the same dog, then there was a puppet on Spitting Image, which also went sausages, in homage to the dog on That's Life that went sausages. And I was the voice of the dog that went sausages.
You were the voice. Our next round is called Newsreel, replaying a recent piece of footage featuring people in the news and ask Hugh to suggest what might be being said. This week's clip features Gordon Brown.
Lovely to see you, Angelo. Welcome to London from Germany. Now, they will be asking you about the economy, so if you could say how very well I'm doing, that basically I have saved the world and you're just following my lead, that's right. If you could just stand over here, that's...
Well, I don't think I will be able to say that, Gordon, because as far as I'm concerned, you Anglo-Saxons have cocked it all up for the rest of us.
Oh, so funny, so charming. Now, I have written a few words down that you may wish to say. No idea who this is. So, welcome to London. You take your coat off there. Now, obviously, you will be asked about the economy. So, if you could just say how well I'm doing, that I have basically saved the world, that you're just following my lead. That's pretty much the drill. So, if you'd like to come through. Ladies and gentlemen, this is... anyway, you better introduce yourself. So, just stand there. That's... smile. That's lovely. You're not the one who's trying to develop the nuclear missile, are you? Oh, my God. Holy Mother of God. No idea who this is either. So, I think I'll probably just throw a name at this one. Welcome to London, Brian. And Steve. I'm a great admirer of your country. Now, you will be asked about the economy, so if you could just say how well I'm doing, how you've followed my lead.
No, we are not world leaders. We are the hitmen. You are hired to take out Piers Morgan.
At last, someone I recognise. How are you, Nicolas? How's it going?
Well, I'm having a little trouble with the economy, but not as much trouble as my wife is having walking, you know. I don't know if you have seen the latest nudie pictures on the internet, but let me tell you, my wife has got a terrific pair of... Oh, I stand there, that's it. That is beautiful, so I smile, that's it, wonderful.
Now, I do need to talk to you about the economy.
Where can I buy Viagra? That's...
Now, who is this? Silvio, you old rogue, still using the hair dye. Got William Hague to open the car door for you there, so I will be talking to you about the economy, and...
No, wait a minute. I'll show you what I've planned for tonight. This one is mine, okay? And this one is yours. She is 36 double D. She used to be a man, but you would never know. She has lots of uniforms as recommended by Max Mosley. No. How about this one? New in town. No, I don't think so. Well, in that case, I need a phone box.
Well done, you. What tiny fire risk has been found in Gloucestershire?
It's ants.
It is ants, yes.
It's ants. It's Hungarian ants that are attracted to electricity. In fact, electricity is more important to them than food or water. In that way, they're very like Stephen Hawking.
They're like geek ants, aren't they?
They are like nerd ants, yes.
They come in colonies of like 35,000 geek ants, not one of them's got a girlfriend.
Why they're attracted to electricity?
They have to follow electricity. They go, there's a junction box. And off they go, and they go into the junction box and presumably kill themselves.
Do you think before junction boxes were around, during lightning storms, they used to just hold paper clips just walking along? And, there's no electricity. Go to the nylon carpet. Oh, yeah.
These are Hungarians.
That's what Daddy likes.
I want someone to get bitten by one of these and get superpowers, and you just walk down the road seeing a guy with an enormous leaf.
sugar. There's sugar in the distance. Where's that sugar? I must find it. Yes, it was. They're ants, and they're attracted to an electricity substation in the National Trust Hillcrop Manor in Gloucestershire. That's how specific this is. This is one collection of ants near one plug, basically. When it was reported in The Sun with this headline, "Electric super ants invade UK."
That's like the title of a Kraftwerk album or something. Electric super ants invade UK.
Well, the ants, the ants are electric.
Here's a man with the lips. He's going to make love to your British queen.
Then it would be in German. Wo ist der ants? The ants sind electrician, ants.
The British queen has 2,000 babies.
Why were royal finances in the news this week?
Because the Queen blew all her money on a horse called Thug Hunter.
The Queen is at the centre of an expenses scandal, isn't she? Because she's been claiming Balmoral as her main residence and claiming the council tax back on Buckingham Palace.
She's still got... apparently she lost 6 million last year, had to spend 6 million, but she's still got 240 million in the bank. She's not going to turn up for the Christian speech next year wearing a shell suit going, "It's been a tough year." Philip got a job writing for the BNP. You think it... Although, in fairness, they've taken her eyes, which is a bit...
You know, she does look like a cartoon character who's seen a sexy cartoon character. And
I think the Queen could print more money anyway. All she really needs is a profile shot and a photocopier. And,
They say the Queen spent £14,000 on a train journey from London to Liverpool. And that's what happens if you let an old-age pensioner use the self-service ticket machine.
But it's not, in fairness, it's not the Queen. It's the other, like Princess Beatrice. She's at university at Goldsmiths, and we're having to spend 300 grand on doing up her student digs. It's ridiculous. What kind of note is she going to leave on her fridge? Somebody had the quail's eggs.
She wouldn't normally have 300 grand getting her flat done up so she can go and study the history of ideas. I've got an idea for you, Beatrice. Get your fat arse down to B&Q.
The fact is, they're always going on about whether the royal family is actually value for money, but at the end of the day, we do get a lot of tourists coming in. If you just go to Buckingham Palace on any day and you see the number of tourists gawking at it, I mean, I don't think you can still get the same numbers if they turfed out the royal family and turned it into a giant Lidl.
Do we need a royal family to attract American tourists? Have you seen those people? You could attract them with a balloon on a stick.
I don't know about turning it into a big Lidl, but I think people would come from far and wide if the Queen was forced to work at Lidl.
Oh, you can imagine going up to the Queen and go, "Yeah, what, 4 packets of already broken biscuits, yeah?" Do people still actually buy already broken biscuits?
Dara's hardly going to know the answer, is he?
Let's be honest, the new Slim Dara doesn't know anything about biscuits. Look at him.
I couldn't even recognise the word biscuit.
He looks like a Russian bodyguard.
No actual...
Oh, you look good. I tell you, I think we should have started the show with you just in front of the camera, just doing a gun show like that. You like that, nation? They call me Vladimir. He looks like a Russian bodyguard, doesn't he?
I don't know if you realise the story behind this, but Dara's lost weight because he's been on the Irish version of I'm a Celebrity, which is set during the potato famine.
Sorry.
How much weight?
We were all a bit worried when we heard about your weight loss. We were all a bit worried that you had AIDS.
Yeah, that was true.
No, we were genuinely worried because none of us wore a condom.
In fact, actually, we'll chat about that later.
How much weight have you lost, actually?
Who, me? Since I've been on here, about 2 stone.
I'm not Colleen Nolan. This isn't Loose Women. I'm not discussing weight loss on the show.
I was banned from Loose Women. They wouldn't have me on.
Did you do Loose Women?
Really? I wanted to, and they wouldn't. Guess who they got? Dar O'Brien.
Don't make me like the one you get because you don't trust Frankie. Well, we'll get the safe face. Oh.
You being on Loose Women is as likely as Loose Women being sold to Iran.
I'd love to see them sold to Iran.
So what is it, 2 stone?
What am I, at a village fete or something?
I think we should get the scales every week.
Let's move on, because Dara's got a thigh master under his desk and he needs...
I like the story. I like the story about
I'm lighter than you, I'm presuming.
You are still lighter than me.
I mean, you've lost weight, but I wouldn't phone you if I had a spare seat on the seesaw. You know, me and you would have a horrible afternoon on one, wouldn't we?
I don't know, the view from your seat would probably be quite good.
Yeah, that's true.
It's OK, because Dara would be able to do it in physics, and he'd be able to put himself at such a place on the swing that you could balance it out by moving up and down.
It's the basic law of the lever. You just change the position of the weight along in between there and the...
How boring is the subject of the Queen's expenses that we're talking about the basic laws of levers?
Yes, the answer I was looking for was record-breaking Wimbledon final. This is the epic Wimbledon men's singles final between Roger Federer and Andrew.
Can I say?
What do you want to say as I'm doing that bit that I have to do?
No, I think I would have got that if they had put in the hyphen. But they didn't put in the hyphen,
so it should be
and I didn't get it.
All right, Captain Grammar, pipe down.
Would you like us to sit down one more time?
Shut up! Shut up! Every one of you, shut up for a second! There we go. The answer I was looking for was record-breaking Wimbledon final. This is the epic Wimbledon men's singles final between Roger Federer and Andrew Roddick. Andy Tony's mother calls him Andrew. I'm not allowed to call him Andrew. OK, sorry, apologies. We'll come off the applause again. Apologies for this. Yes. The answer I was looking for was the record-breaking Wimbledon final. This is the epic Wimbledon men's singles final between Roger Federer and... And by the way, if this ever turns up on those cute BBC clip shows, Anne Robinson's a... Sorry, and now I have to do that as well.
Have we got to do scenes about that?
Yeah, the entire topic is a burp.
I'm going to walk like a dinosaur now.
In fact, Q. Q, hang a minute. Let's see what happens if I can lasso a dinosaur. I'll see if I can do that. Here we are. Swing.
Yes, it can't. I had my head frighteningly close to your penis there.
That was like a... To be honest, that was like a Jurassic Brokeback Mountain.
You better go to...
I wish I knew how to quit you.
OK, Stuart, let's see what you're left with. To relate... I know what it was. That was me pausing acting. It wasn't me... It wasn't me pausing forgetting. Oh, God. Now I have to find it again.
You're the host of the show.
I'm hosting a host show. I deserve to be here. I deserve to be here. I deserve to be here. OK, let's see what topic you've got, Stuart. What the again? You've made me forget. It's a relationship.
I don't deserve to be here.
Pretty sure you're looking for the one-armed man.
To be honest, should we not wait for Adam to put his foot back?
Yeah. Probably should have done that one last, really.
Problem.
I kind of backed myself into a corner. Quick impression, Heather Mills in the morning.
I could not stop looking at that then. Was that really weird? I don't know why, I was just like, oh, the leg, look at the leg. I don't know what I was thinking, just the leg. I wanted to touch the leg.
It was a nice joke to do, but I think most of you kind of went, ah!
The thing is, we all know Adam's only got one leg, everyone else does now. He's aligned himself!
OK.
I think you're looking for the bloke with one leg.
Right, here we go. The first subject is things you wouldn't hear from a weather forecaster.
The Met Office have issued a weather warning. They've told the weather not to do that again or there'll be trouble.
Temperatures could rise to 31 degrees. Shit, I've left my baby in the car!
A hurricane tonight will be caused by low pressure and God's hatred of homosexuality.
A huge depression over Scotland, and now the weather.
And finally, a warning to hay fever sufferers. Don't come sneezing near me or I'll rip your face off.
So, here's the summary. Monday shite, Tuesday shite, Wednesday shite, Thursday bollocks.
The humidity's rising. The barometer's going low. Tonight, for the first time, just about 10:30, it's going to start raining men.
The outlook's bright for the weekend. I've got 3 grams of coke in my pocket and my wife's on holiday.
Well, let's go to Carol on the roof of Television Centre. She's not meant to be there. She's just a bit depressed.
This part of the country is going to stay hot and wet for quite some time because that's where my girlfriend lives. Oh, yeah.
So, it's going to be between 17 and 21, but Berlusconi won't date older than that.
It was raining cats and dogs last night.
I should know. I was throwing them off my roof.
It's going to be -12 this weekend, so if you're in Newcastle, you might need a bigger T-shirt.
It's going to be cloudier tonight. I love those German birds.
What do you care what the weather's going to be like? You look shit in all your clothes.
The next topic is deleted lines from a fantasy film.
I am Aragorn, son of Arathorn, the heir to Isildur and part of the Fellowship of the Ring. Please leave a message after the tone.
Ron had been suffering from swine flu and people were avoiding him. Luckily, he was ginger and he was used to it.
I don't know why you're so upset, Harry. The original Dumbledore died 3 films ago and no one gave a shit.
Did you find Narnia in the wardrobe? No, Edmund. We found your porn stash.
My friends, we will never hear the word Mordor again. Taggart has been cancelled.
No, Harry, it's not a 5-headed dog. It's girls allowed. Me.
I am Aslan, formed by the merger of Asda and Matalan.
We had only been there for a day, but to us it felt like 15 years. That's Birmingham.
Did you honestly think I could be defeated by someone younger? I am Arlene Phillips!
Welcome to Mordor, twinned with Swansea.
This will never work, Frodo.
In the wardrobe, we found a magical compartment that led to the Fritzl family.
He stole it from me, my precious! Oh, no, it's in my pocket.
You all right, John? How's it going, all right? Yeah. How's the kids? All right? See you later.
I'm not a dwarf, I'm a lesbian.
And Mock the Week returns next Thursday at 9 on BBC Two.